What is up, guys? This is Jared Spaulding here, and for you guys who watch my videos, you might be wondering why I'm doing a second upload today. But the reason for that is quite simple. I want to start a new little series, I guess. Try to hold this still for you. And, just one where instead of just discussing, solid advice, of course I'll still be doing that daily, or at least as often as it happens, because I know sometimes I miss a day. But, basically, as often as possible, hopefully daily, and I'm also going to be doing this series. We're going to start out daily just to see how it goes. But rather than discussing solid advice, like I was saying, I'm going to be just discussing scenarios. And today's scenario is, what if the supply of silver doubled? Now, the keyword in there is supply, just to let you know. What that basically means is not like, all the silver right here were to double and only the amount of silver you had doubled or anything like that. Or like, the amount of silver in phones doubled or anything like that. It's just the supply of it, like, how much that's hitting the market every day, how much is in all the mines, everything like that. Basically how much silver is in the mines, how much is, left on Earth. All of it were to double, and therefore double the amount of silver we'll say is hitting the market. And we'll also say, just for for argument's sake here, that everybody had known the price before it doubled, so it wasn't like people were used to it already or anything like that. This supply, the amount of supply coming in. We're going to say that it just happened to double one day. Now, you might be thinking, well, the answer to this question is quite simple. Silver supply doubles, then the price gets cut in half, right? Well, no. See, the thing about this is, for one, you have to consider the fact that, like I said, it is just the supply of silver doubling. So the amount of silver that's already been bought and stuff is already set at what it is. Therefore, it's not really a true doubling. It's the amount of silver going onto the market is doubling, but not all of silver wouldn't be devalued as much because of the fact that you'd already bought the silver at whatever price you'd bought it at before, and therefore that silver was still worth that much to you. And assuming that, I don't think anyone can say exactly how much the world's silver has been exhausted, but assuming that only 1/4 of the world's silver has been mined, then it wouldn't be a true doubling, because if all of the silver that were in the mines were to double, it would be up. You can imagine like that, since 75% of the silver is in the mines, all of that would double, but the amount of silver actually out would be stay the same. So imagine that there's a fraction where if all silver doubled, all the silver doubled, it's 1 or 8 above 8, but in this case it's 7 above 8 because 1/4 of the silver has already been mined, right? So it wouldn't quite be like as much of a devaluation right there. And also, you have to consider this fact: if silver is becoming a lot cheaper, what do you think is going to happen? It's going to become considered extremely undervalued. People are going to be thinking, oh yeah, silver just flooded the market, this is the perfect time to buy. And assuming people were to put the same amount of money into silver as they were before, it would quickly be getting bought up it would be getting bought up at double the rate. So even if it were hitting the market twice as fast, it would be getting bought up twice as fast, at least bullion. And cell phone manufacturers would be going crazy, if silver is all of a sudden half the cost it used to be. So they would probably be buying plenty of silver up when they could for their own private reserves for cell phones because of how cheap it was before, investors drove it back up. And what do you think is going to happen then? Silver price is going to be shot up because they're buying it all up, investors are buying it all up, and the supply is, there's still a limited amount of silver, so the supply is still going, maybe it's been doubled, but the demand would more than double. It would probably quadruple. Maybe even more than that, maybe quintuple of what it used to be, because so many more people would want silver, it'd be considered super undervalued, and then a bubble would form around it. Therefore, in that situation where this bubble's forming, the silver would, it might not spike as much as if a bubble had just formed on it normally, because it's, the extra supply would help to calm it down a little bit, but it's only going to last so long. And silver would be in such demand that mining companies would be going, crazy trying to get this stuff out, and they'd be mining it more than twice as fast as they were in the first place. Therefore, they would be exhausting it actually faster out of the earth than before. And so really, the supply of silver doubling could actually make the price go up more than it would down. And of course, the crash, though, of the silver bubble, or the popping of it, would be so insane that, because you look at what a bubble, when it pops, basically everyone tries to sell off all their silver at once. When you think about a bubble popping when, everyone tries to sell off double the amount of silver at once, and you'd be lessened by the fact that the cell phone companies, for example, wouldn't be selling off their silver. They'd be keeping it all. And any electronic companies, not just cell phones, but anyone producing electronics or buying silver for other reasons like that would be keeping it because they're going to be making their electronic devices with it. And you have to look at the fact that silver is always going to be getting consumed steadily, so that would probably help. But in terms of investors, that bubble around silver, that would really be a harsh popping in that sense. They'd probably go down below anything we've seen at least in a while. It might go down to $11 or $10 an ounce even, because there'd be so much more silver, bullion flooding the market. And the ratio, or the amount of silver bullion produced would probably be higher than before, because investors would want a lot more bullion. They would want more than double it, so the demand would go up so much that a lot more would probably be getting sold, so that would make it even a stronger effect, whenever investors trying to sell. So yeah, it would probably be a giant bubble, I would think. Anything greater than anything we've ever seen, but the popping would be destructive to way more people than ever before. So that's my take on the scenario, but let me hear yours in the comment section below. And that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and tell me, if you would like me to continue this series. Peace, love, and much respect.